Hello, what's up? It's your girl Nix in Serbia, and I'm here this week because I'm going to show you what it's like to be shopping as a Canadian now versus 1 year ago. Also, what it looks like for like a weekly grocery shop for us. We are a big family, so just keep that in mind when you see how we shop, because there's 5 of us, and not just 5 of us, like 3 of my kids, they're teenagers and they eat like adults. Like, I swear they eat more than I do. But I think it's really important because we all talk about how the cost of living has gone up, and that includes in Serbia too. Like, Serbia did not escape inflation, and we see price differences from when we originally came on vacation, when we first came, and now. But things have changed where now I'm finding the things that I thought I just couldn't get in Serbia that I'm now getting, that I am so excited about. Total disclaimer, I do shop between 3 and 4 grocery stores per week. So every week I do at least 3 grocery stores, and everyone makes fun of me for how I say this, but I shop at Mercator, I don't know. And I shop at Vero, and we shop at Lidl. Those are my main 3 squeezes, I'll call them. Sometimes I throw in Maxi, and sometimes I throw in Metro. It really depends. But regardless, I'm going to break down why it's 3 grocery stores. Let's get into this. I just finished my grocery shop, so if you hear some noise in the background, that's the family trying to get dinner ready, so please excuse any noise. Anyways, I usually start my shopping at Lidl. And I'm like a creature of habit. There's certain things that I do to make sure that I have a successful grocery shop. I know some of it's gonna sound completely stupid and wacko, but if you're new here, I am, I guess, cut from a different cloth. I am hyper crazy, unapologetically Canadian, living in Serbia and loving Serbia. So we start at Lidl. In Lidl, there's certain things that I get that I just cannot get anywhere else. And I remember when I was new in Serbia, I went to Lidl and I was like, oh my God, this is a grocery store that is budget, like everything's no name, everything's like a copy, like instead of Coca-Cola it'd be Cola Coke or something like that. But I was wrong, and I was pleasantly surprised when I went back to Lidl. And you know, it just takes time to adjust to everything going on here. So we go back to Lidl, and they have like the best muffins. These muffins for like chocolate chip, pre-made, in a bag, ready to go. I know, I can make them. But you know what, in Serbia, I have to make everything. Like, I have a hard time finding salad dressing. So I have to make salad dressing when I want to have salad, okay? So if I can buy something made, I will. So for a quick snack for the kids, we buy the muffins. And we all love them, fantastic. Another great thing that Lidl has is shredded mozzarella cheese. Not only is it great, but it's at a good price. And the convenience, yes, while shredding my own mozzarella cheese is fantastic. Sometimes I just want to sprinkle it on a sandwich or sprinkle it on a Philly cheesesteak and keep it moving and not have to shred it. So we get our shredded cheese from there. Another thing at Lidl, they have some of the most international unique things. But here is where I get really ticked off with Lidl. If you love something and you find it, there's no guarantee it'll be there next week. You know what? There's no guarantee it'll ever be there again. Now, some will say that's the beauty in it. You get to try all these different things. They have international weeks. They bring in different, like, you know, Chinese New Year, a bunch of Chinese stuff, like Indian, like Diwali time. So then they have Indian stuff, or like, I don't know, like Cinco de Mayo. So then they have, you know, Mexican stuff. things like that, okay? So there's times where I've tried things, I'm like, oh, this is the best, and it's gone. Can you imagine like how frustrating that is? So I am very limited with what I buy in Lidl. I try not to be too experimental because I don't want to love things I can't get in Serbia. There's already a whole bunch of things that I miss from Canada. So I'm not trying to do that to myself anymore. Ice cream. I just found out that I can get like vanilla, like Breyer's vanilla almost. Like it tastes similar to Breyer's vanilla ice cream in Lidl. And I had it for Christmas. Actually, we need to cover Christmas. Was it Christmas? New Year's. I had it for New Year's and I was like jaw drop. Like, oh my God, I need more. I need more. Here's the kicker. I've been so excited about this flippin' ice cream since I had it on December 31st. And today is January 13th, New Year's Eve on the Julian calendar. And it's sold out. So it looks like I'm not the only one who was dying to have just real regular vanilla bean ice cream. They call it bourbon ice cream by Bioorganic. Bioorganic, listen, if you see this video, contact me. We gotta talk because I need the size to be a little bigger, if you don't mind. And I need to know where I can get it from that's not sold out. And I need to know when you're restocking so that I can beat everybody else because I'm loyal and you got me. You had me at hello. Anyways, so ice cream, cheese, some produce in Lidl is better than anywhere else, and their bakery section. Oh my gosh. Pretzels, lepenya, they're baguettes, and they have these miniature baguettes. Krofna? Is it Krofna? Guys, like their bakery section is so good. So remember I was saying it's a creature habit. My thing is, every time I go grocery shopping, I have to have a pretzel. So I get myself a salted big pretzel. It's nostalgic for me. It like reminds me of back in the day when I was younger. So I get this pretzel and I wait till the end. I get myself a can of Coke, and that is the beginning. Like it's like I finished my grocery shop in Lidl. That's really all I buy from there. I think that, and our rice. We get rice from Lidl. Jasmine rice. So flipping good. Jasmine rice for the kill. I used to eat basmati rice. Who needs basmati rice when there's jasmine? Okay. Move over basmati. Jasmine's in the building. Anyways, so I absolutely love their rice. So once we're done that grocery shop, hit the car, sanitize those hands, and I'm eating away my pretzel and my Coca-Cola. And we head on over to my favorite grocery store in Serbia so far, is Super Vero. Oh my gosh. Canadians, Americans, think of it like the Fortinos and Loblaws. I've done a video talking about it before. Most of what you're seeing does come from Super Vero. The variety, the things that I get from there, Nesquik, powder, and the liquid form, amazing. Deli section, so good. What else? Let me think. Oh, paper towel and toilet paper. When we first came here, we were buying Perfects because I liked the packaging. I'm one of those. Like I'm a sucker for packaging. Anyway, so I liked the packaging. So I was going through Perfects. It happened to be like the worst toilet paper I've ever encountered. Ever. Anyways, so we now only use Ziwa. And Ziwa's toilet paper to me is similar for my Americans to like almost a Kirkland type. Not as much. You don't get as much on a roll. But like that. And honestly, the stupidest thing ever, but my favorite part about the Ziwa toilet paper is the toilet paper roll. Remember, I have 3 kids, okay? And my kids are your typical kids. Like, I don't know what's wrong with them, why they can't throw out the toilet paper roll, but something just doesn't click in their brain to allow them to do that. Anyways, the Ziwa toilet paper roll flushes. You throw that thing in the toilet. Away it goes. Now, what I say to my kids is if you can't handle throwing it in the toilet, we have really big issues. And guess what? We have really big issues. But it helps when I walk in, I see it, I just throw it. I'm not as irritated that I have to go over to the garbage and throw it in the garbage. And then I go over to them. Why did you do that? Anyways, Ziwa toilet paper, Ziwa paper towel, only the purple one. This purple one is the closest you're going to find to Bounty in Canada. It is strong. You can like wring it out. It actually absorbs. It's not like falling apart. It is the toughest, the most expensive that I've found so far. But I'm paying for the quality. In this grocery shop, I am missing my bacon. Bacon has been like my support. It's been holding me together with like Canadian food. So I usually buy like 5 packages of it so that I make sure that I have bacon. And guess what? I guess all of Serbia saw my other video where I mentioned the bacon, and it is sold out. I can't seem to find it. I'm seeing it, but it's like 1 or 2 left and they don't look great. So I skipped it this week. Well, who am I kidding? I didn't skip it this week. I skipped it today. I will go and look at Maxi tomorrow or something to try to go buy more, but they were sold out of Maxi yesterday. Detergents. Here's another one that was really, really tough. Finding a detergent that reminded me of the smells that I'm familiar with. And these are things that I never actually thought would bother me when I first moved. Like when you move, it's not like, oh my God, like I'm not going to be able to find detergents that, you know, resonate with my emotions and my feelings with how my clothes are clean and how I feel about clean clothes or my blankets, etc. Yeah, I have solved that problem. So that laundry softener that you're seeing has the most familiar smell to Gain back home using Gain. And it gives me not that, I can't explain it. Serbian laundry detergent all have a very similar undertone smell. My sister-in-law and I both noticed that. So now we're using Persil to actually wash our clothes, the lavender one. Yeah, my sister-in-law and I. But the fabric softeners is that Lenore that you're seeing. The blue one has been my favorite, but the white one where it's like Lime Breeze or something like that, really good too, as well as the purple one. But that is the only one that I can actually use. The rest of them, I don't know. It's got this weird smell that gives me a headache. I can't handle it. Who would have guessed? Also, when you shop at Vero, I just want to let you guys know that I'm not getting paid for this video by any of the above because you're probably thinking I am. This is simply me sharing my grocery overhaul to spread the word about like two other Americans, Canadians, expats, Australians, etc. What grocery shopping looks like here and the potential little things that you're going to run into that are not a problem, but just like a little hiccup, like, oh, I would have never thought this was going to be an issue. Finding chocolate chips can be difficult here. Finding brown sugar can be difficult here. I have found a brown sugar. Let me get my brown sugar and my chocolate chips to show you. Okay. Remember I mentioned the store Metro? Metro is the closest thing you're going to find to like a Costco where people go there to shop for their restaurants. And so things are jumbo there. You can also get Canadian lobster there from Newfoundland or Nova Scotia, one of the two. You can pay more there for one-off things, so you don't want to go there and buy small unless you really know your prices and your numbers. Anyways, I buy this 2.5 kilo bag of chocolate chips for our baking here, and this is the brown sugar that we use here that we find is the most similar to my Red Path sugar. However, whenever someone's coming from Canada, I do ask them to bring me some Red Path sugar, brown sugar, because it's still, nothing beats that. What do you need, baby? You want to make an appearance? Yeah, come on. I don't know if he's ever made an appearance. This is Monaco. Monaco is my antisocial 9-kilo kitty. And yeah, that's Monaco. Lately, every time I record, he's very adamant on making an appearance. I do recordings for work too. And lately he feels like he has to be a part of them. So I finally made him a part of them. Chip flavors here are totally different. Now we did find this Tyrell brand. It's only sold in Super Vero. And they actually have salt and vinegar chips. And so if salt and vinegar chips for you is something that you're missing or something that you are used to having or you want to try, the brand is expensive at Super Vero, but it's a British brand and the chips are really good. Like, there's different flavors besides the salt and vinegar, but the chips are really good. To my Canadians, I'm gonna say it's the most like Miss Vicky's. Would you say it's like Miss Vicky's? Definitely, Mickey said. So it's the closest to like Miss Vicky's, and you can get like salted, you can get like a spicy one. Lightly salted, a spicy one. A cheddar. So anyways, so again, it says exclusively at Super Vero. You're gonna have to go there and check it out. I don't know. It's worth it. Oh, you're probably gonna want to talk about all those Pepsis that you saw. Meanwhile, I'm drinking a Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is my first choice. But to save some money, I'm drinking some Pepsi. Anyways, you're probably thinking like, why so many? Was that as many we're supposed to get?
Probably not.
So I don't even think we got enough because normally they don't fit in that container. So I figured he chinsed me out somehow. But I go through about 24 a week. Yes, 24, you heard me. I only drink Coke or Pepsi. I don't drink water. I don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee. And I have a really fun video that's coming up. So my brother and sister have been helping me collect Coca-Colas from all over the world. As they travel, as we go places, we're keeping the Coca-Colas. And I'm going to do a taste test and pick which country has the best Coca-Cola. So stay tuned for that video. I can always tell the difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. I've been drinking Coca-Cola since I was 3 years old, and I used to have it in a bottle. So I know people are gonna be like, oh my God, it's bad for you. I know, so is alcohol, so is smoking, and I don't do either. Moving on. So all that juice that you saw, we go through a ton of juice. Again, there's 5 of us. My kids do drink water. They drink almond milk. Oh, and that whole jagodinas? Jagodina?
What?
Strawberries?
No, Jagode.
Jagode.
Jagodina is a place.
Okay, jagode that you've seen in the video. Yes, I am paying a premium, but I know the Serbs are going to say, no, they're supposed to be super tiny and you're only supposed to buy them local and they're so good here, blah, blah, blah. Yes, they are, but I want them all year round. And Super Vero accommodates crazy people like me. And I'm able to have my strawberries, not all year round, but for the most part, I can get them whenever I want. Now let me tell you what our total grocery store spend was this week. Okay, going through my receipts. So this is from today at Super Vero. There's Monaco being instrumental again. This one is from Lidl. And like I said, this is Mercator, where it's like, I don't get much from there. Now let's calculate this. Okay, it was, at Mercator, we only spent $3,573. At Lidl, we spent $7,875. And at Super Vero, where I told you I really buy everything from, we spent $30,328. Our total grocery shop this week, and it didn't include meats. If you guys didn't really notice, it didn't include any fresh meat because we buy that daily as we think of it, and we really suck. Like, we don't go to Piazza like I should and like plan ahead. I try to buy everything at once, so consider that when you're hearing these amounts, because I do one big shop and then I do fresh shops throughout the week. So the total for our weekly grocery shop was $41,770, which is $522 Canadian. we used to spend like 700 per week in Canada, so it's not that much difference. Now, it doesn't mean that you're all gonna spend this much money when you go grocery shopping, because again, the reality is there's 5 of us, and I don't know, my kids eat like they're monsters. But then again, I see, like, I go to someone's house and they're like making food for us, and I don't know why, but they make like, I don't know, it feels like way too much food, so maybe we don't eat as much as I think we do. But groceries are expensive everywhere. And I am aware that I do buy things that are more expensive, and I do like things that are imported, so they can be more expensive. So the actual answer is, can you shop cheaper in Serbia? Absolutely. Can I shop more expensive in Serbia? Absolutely. I like to think that I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I'm definitely not on the cheap side. I'm not on the most expensive, but I'm on the fairly high side of things. But this is just kind of to give you an overall idea of what it looks like to buy the things that are familiar to you and to home. Like, I have Canadian maple syrup, guys. But anyways, if you have any questions or you want some more information on like where to find things, I've probably found it. Oh my God, before I go, how could I forget to actually talk to you about the Q-tips? I say Q-tips because in Canada and the US, we call them Q-tips. And I swear to you, it was the bane of my existence finding something that didn't like bend or break when I was trying to clean my ears. These ones. Now, don't be fooled. There's another one from this company where it's like all silver. No, it's not good. These ones are the only ones that I have found that actually do the job. They don't break. They don't bend. They're made in Italy and they're biodegradable. So if you moved here from North America, and I don't know where else in the world that has Q-tips, but you're used to something sturdy to clean your ears, bam, problem solved. I just solved your paper towel problem, your toilet paper problem, your maple syrup problem, your Q-tip problem, your chocolate chips, your brown sugar, bacon, Nesquik, the list goes on, okay? I have hunted it down if it was familiar back in Canada. Have any questions? Let me know. As always, I love talking to you guys. And I do want to show you guys like a little sneak peek of what it looked like for us at New Year's. I'm going to drop that probably sometime during the week. But to all my Serbs celebrating Julian New Year's, Happy New Year's, Sretna Nova Godina. I practiced that for December 31st, January 1st. Anyways, as always, I finish my video the same every time. If you are new here, you don't know, but you'll know for next time. For all of my faithful and my loyal followers, vidimo se, ciao!